I had the chance to speak with Susan Ilott, who is the producer on the narrative feature film The Martini Shot that will screen at this year's Kansas City Film Fest on Friday, April 12th at 6:30 p.m. Tickets are on sale right now at kcfilmfest.org. Alrighty, so thank you so much for speaking with me today, Susan. To start out, I ask everyone I interview the same question. Just let me know in your own words what The Martini Shot is all about.
Well, the Martini Shot is about Steve, who is played by Matthew Modine, and his imminence and where he is actually in his life. And for him, it is about he feels that he's dying. And he gets the proof that he's dying. And so he then decides to make a masterpiece of his life and join a whole bunch of really cool cats in the process.
Yeah. And, it has such an incredible cast, Matthew Modine and John Cleese. And how was it working together with, the director Steven and getting this incredible cast together?
It was great. To be honest with you, I worked with Steven on many of his projects,
Mm-hmm.
and he is an up and coming writer and director.
Mm-hmm.
To work with John Cleese was interesting. I actually wasn't there for that portion of the film,
Mm-hmm.
but I've worked with him since.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a really huge, important thing in my life to get to meet John Cleese. Matthew Modine was amazing. He totally ran with the project, and he had the most incredible binder that I've never seen another actor have, but it was amazing. And he read from that. He did his dailies from that. So that was really interesting. Derek Jacobi was fantastic. He came on set. He was professional and profound, and who couldn't love him?
Yeah. And it sounds like such a neat experience for everyone involved. At the festival, we'll have movie lovers of all kinds. We'll have people that know all about the filmmaking process and people that are just lovers of movies and learning about films. So you served as producer on the film. I just wanted to know if you could help contextualize a little bit for the average moviegoer. What does that producer role do versus the director? And what was your role on this film? How did that look like working with Steven?
Sure. Everybody does always ask, what does a producer do? Because it is a vague title and you can produce many things. For me, you have to raise the capital for the investment, for the funds for the film. And you also have to make sure that you're a part of the building process. So the film may have only ran for 14 days, but the pre-production and the post-production run so much longer, and the producer is basically looking after every bit of the minutia. Sometimes on a larger budget film, you are able to get numerous people to work under you. On this film, we did have a large cast, which was very thankful. But still, you need to make sure that the budget is adhered to, and you need to make sure that the locations are correct for the scenes. Almost everything from A to B A to Z actually.
Mm. Yeah. So, lots of things to consider with that. With KC Film Fest, we have a lot of young filmmakers, people doing short films and their first projects, student projects, things like that. What would be your advice for some of those people that are getting fresh into the industry that are looking to get support and get funding for projects? And how do they build that support? What's your advice for that?
It's a tough one because most often you need to go to your friends and your family.
Hmm.
And then when that circle's done with, you need to go out and hit the pavement and talk to other producers, other filmmakers, and make make yourself known,
Hmm.
make yourself available, and hope that the people who you're pitching your stories to are real and that they're able to finance you, because sometimes they'll say, oh yes, this is a great film, but they don't have any funds to back it, which
Hmm.
is great. We'd still love them to come and see the film, but it doesn't help in the actual production process.
Hmm. And yeah, go ahead.
I would just like for anyone who is doing any kind of new film, make sure that you have a budget that is realistic. And
Hmm.
I know budgets are really hard to do,
Hmm.
but you have to make sure that you include all the extras at the end, at the beginning, um, because your budget of $200,000 can quickly become a $600,000 film, and you haven't blinked an eye.
Yeah, and that's one thing I can speak from personal experience. Sometimes the dreamers and the artists aren't always the best accountants, so you've got to balance those two things, certainly. So just to close it out here, going into the festival and as more screenings with the Martini Shot come, what are you most excited for people to discover with this film?
Um, there's actually a lot that I love about this film.
Mm.
And um, I guess I would say that I would like them to take home a thought process,
Mm.
because the film makes you think. It's not preachy, but
Mm.
it makes you think. And I think that being able to think about a film and talk about a film after a film
Mm.
means a whole heck of a lot.
Yeah, and I certainly felt that. It's a film that is thought-provoking, especially if you are into the arts and into creating art. I think this gives you so much to reflect on. And I know with the KC Film Fest, I encourage everyone, if you're watching this, come out, see the film. You'll be in attendance there. You can hear the Q&A with Susan. So thanks again so much for talking with me. And I am looking forward to screening the film with everyone at the Film Fest.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.